feel like it was yesterday that I just did November's TBR. How is it December already? First off, I just want to start off by saying I've just come back from Home Sense, right? So I've got a couple of goodies I would like to show you. And when I say a few, I mean just one singular one. But it's worth the hype because you guys see in my background, right? It's colourful, it's vibrant, it's very... I feel like now I've got into the routine that I've got adult money, so I can spend it on anything that I want, anything fun, vibrant, funky, just kind of out there that kind of no one has. So on my shelf up here I do have a pig life, which I'll show you in a second, and that's supposed to be mounted on the wall, but I've been wanting to find a vase for quite some time, and I had one in mind that I wanted. I kind of wanted like a strawberry one, but I couldn't find a strawberry one, but I came across this one instead and I was like, you know what, like go on then, like let's buy you. So I did, which means I can now put this in the shelf, put the flowers in it, and then move my cool little piggy somewhere because I don't know where it's gonna go. It could stay here, but you can kind of see it without the reflection of my light on my hair. But I just... like when I told you guys, like I found one, were you expecting this? Were you expecting this? Because I wasn't. Saw it and I was just like, kind of cannot leave that behind. I have been searching for this for a very long time. Like I said, I wanted a strawberry one. I feel like strawberries might have hit my vibe a little better, but recently I actually have bought this, so it kind of is on par just a little bit. Best friends and all. This is a candle and it smells so fresh, like clearing your nostrils fresh, but it's the aesthetic that I wanted more. So at the end of the video I'm going to show you this on my shelf with the flowers in, and then I'll show you the little piggy, but that's at the end of the video. Like I'm not going to show you now because we have really important stuff to do, and this is kind of like making the best wait till last. Okay, so I'm very happy I spent £30 on a vase worth every penny. Okay, so this month it is December. Well, it will be when you see this video, will it? No. Okay, so you're still seeing this in November, but this is my December TBR. I do have a couple of books here that are like Christmas orientated. Like of all the books I've got, my 200 and plus, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put it here because we count how many books I have and how many unread. But these are all the Christmas ones that I do have. So I'll put this in my pile of books to read, but they're not going to be on my TBR because if I come across them, I'll come across them, I'll read them. If I don't, I don't. But I do have The Toy Makers by Robert Dinsdale. This one, I have no idea what it's about. Okay, so I've just read the synopsis, and basically it's the time of the Great War that wages across Europe, and there's a toy shop in London which obviously sells toys and the imagination. Yeah, and it kind of brings them to life, kind of like Toy Story but more Christmas. And I bought this a very long time ago. I bought this ages ago, so it kind of needs to come off my shelf or my TBR pile at least soon. So that one, I kind of would like to read this one. This one I've had for like 2 years. I bought this for last Christmas and then I never read it, but it's the Christmas Swap by Sandy Barker. This is about, as you can tell, it's like the Christmas Swap. It's kind of like The Holiday, but in the Christmas format. I mean, The Holiday is a Christmas movie, but you get where I'm coming from. It's just, oh, it actually says on the back, it is perfect for fans of The Holiday and Love Actually. The issue is, I'm not in my romance era. I'm not into reading. I do not want to read romances now. I have a couple, like that book right here, that has been on my TBR for the past 3 months, and every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to read that. And I do not read it. So, don't know what the chances are of me reading this book, but I might try. I'm going to try. And the last one I do have is Once a Frosted Star. This, upon a Frosted Star. I bought this earlier in the year. I want to say like March time, but obviously I wasn't going to read it that time of the year because it's a Christmas book, so I'm obviously going to read it around Christmas time. And it says, when the first snow falls, she will be free. I like that sort of stuff. So this one will be something I will read because it's a fantasy, and you know, your girl loves a bit of a fantasy. So yes, I would say what the person is, but I don't know. It's M.A. Kuznaya. Them. That's the person who wrote this book. So yeah, so these aren't on my TBR, but I'm going to put them in the same pile because I would kind of like that to be an option. The first book I am going to read though, and we just take a second to show my excitement for this book because I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this book to come out for such a long time, and it came out and got released and got delivered maybe 2 weeks ago now. I pre-ordered this such a long time ago. This is the third book in the Light Lark series. I do not know if there's going to be another one. I don't know if it's a trilogy. I haven't done research behind it. I just kind of wanted this book and here we are, and I have it. The first book, it was good. I loved it. It wasn't a 5-star read for me, but the second one, I was, oh my god. The story was twisting. It was just insane. So now I needed this book like medication. There wasn't an option. There wasn't a question if I was going to buy this book because it is here and I've got it and there was no question asked about it. So that's the first book we're going to have and we're going to read for this month. So I'm very excited about that one. I do have some time off in December, not over the Christmas period. I've got like the odd day here and there, so I'm going to choose 9 books in total, so this book means it's 10. Usually each month I have 8 books, and I mean, I've been reading a lot more than 8 books. I am way over my goal for the year. I think my goal for the year was 100, and currently I think I'm on 113. So I've surpassed it. I've surpassed my target for myself, and I'm very proud. So yeah, I'm choosing 9. Kind of scared because every time I say this, stuff happens, so I need to stop saying it, but yes. Right, I just said I'm scared of this. Petrified, and this is, I shouldn't have said that because this says a book you have been putting off. I hate my past self for putting that in because, like, what? The funny thing is, this didn't take me long to choose this book, because I have actually started it and I need to finish it, and I've been putting off because I need to finish it, and I've started it, so like finish the goddamn book. But it's Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I am in, how far am I in this book? 166 pages, so like I've made a big dent in it, so I do not know why I've not finished it. But it's not a small book, it's got over 600 pages in it, but it is the special edition. Wrong way. It's special edition, so I'm kind of like, it's a very pretty book, and I did enjoy it, and I do not know why I didn't finish it. I think I started a new TBR and I just dropped this and then just moved on with my life, but I need to finish this one. I've already started it, so there's legit no logical explanation to why I just never finished it, because it was a good book. Maybe the size, but so I'm just gonna throw that right in the bin because no one ever wants to read that. No, again, because that was the worst prompt made to mankind. So, okay. Okay, so it's a Kindle book over 300 pages. I didn't really want to read a Kindle book, but it might be like a nice little icebreaker for me. So we'll just choose one. We'll choose a Kindle book. Where's my Kindle? Okay, I went through my Kindle books, I think it was yesterday. I had a lot on there that I just needed to just get rid of because I had so many books that I bought for like 99p and then I'm like never gonna read, and I had loads of Kindle Unlimited books that I was like, I bought it because I was interested at the time, but now I cannot think of anything worse to read that. So I've deleted a load. So this is kind of like fresh on the mind. Have I got anything at Christmas orientated in here? I don't think I do. I mean, there is one that I've been wanting to read. I have been wanting to read Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, but you need to finish the Caraval series beforehand. I have read the third one this month, so November, and the last one, is it called Spectacular? I actually have that on my Audible, and that one's kind of like a spin-off, like you don't need that for the plot, but it's like an additional book. It's a winter finale special book, so I'm going to listen to that this month. So I think once I listen to that, then I can start the Once Upon a Broken Heart. I do have the second one, The Ballad of Never After. They're on sale for like 99p, so I obviously had to buy them. So yeah, while it's still fresh on my mind with those people and that world, that amazing twisted world, I might as well continue on this one. So Once Upon a Broken Heart is the next one. Number 3. Choose a book you've already read. I kind of don't want to do that because I have so many books I actually need to read. So because I'm the boss of this video, I'm going to discard that and try again. Highest rated on Goodreads. I'm gonna change that a little bit and just put over 4-star, because out of all these books, trying to find the highest rated is not going to happen. So let's go on Goodreads right this very second and have a look at a over 4-star. So I need some contenders. Let's have a look. What do I want to read? Do I go big? Do I go big or do I go home? I'm currently at home, so okay. So this one is a new read, a new purchase. It would help if I typed correctly. Oh. 3. Okay, what is this? 3.82. So this is not a contender. I can't even show you the copy because it's not a contender. Another red book. The Dagger. And The Flame by Catherine Doyle. 3.95. Right, we are getting closer, but we just haven't got there. Do I read A Court of Thorns and Roses? Do I start that? That might be a good option. Okay. If this is not over 4 stars, we are going to have an issue. 4.18. Right, we are going to go into the world of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm so excited. I have seen hype on this, like, honestly, everywhere. Everyone loves this series. Everyone loves the main people in there, and I kind of want to get into it, but I needed like an excuse. So here is my excuse. Okay, that took me a very long time. Just gonna put these back. Okay, number 4. Right, a Fairy Loot choice. Okay, I'm not showing you these, I do apologise. Hello? Okay, there you go. I kind of need to stop reading the newest releases. I need to read the older ones. But I kind of want to read this one. It's The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. Can we just take a second? It's so pretty, but the best thing is, wait. Oh my god. It's beautiful. And everything about this book is just so pretty. It's probably not like a winter book to read, but everyone needs this book in their life, so I'm probably going to read this one just because it's beautiful. And yeah, it's very springy, so you probably should read this in spring, but I'm not really bored about seasonal reading. I just kind of read whatever the fuck I want to read. So there you go. Next one. And then this says a book with a map. Okay, so ooh, a fantasy read. Again, I am enjoying my fantasy read, so this is a good option. But the question is, most of the books I own are fantasy ones, so like so Sky Shade has a map in it, and this is one that I was going to read anyway. So I'm still going to pick 10 in total, but at least it's on my TBR. At least this is on my TBR. Okay, cool. Cool. The next one. This is, I'm not going to say how this is going because whatever I say will result in whatever this is, and I can't say that. Kindle book you have bought. I have bought a lot of those. I have bought a lot of Kindle books. Okay, let's have a gander. Do I read a book on Kindle that I actually have the physical copy of? That probably is like the best thought. That is the best option, and kind of don't want to do that though because of the book that it is. Let me just double check that I actually have this, because I might just be chatting absolute pure. I bought these books, I think, from Amazon or Waterstones because they were so ridiculously cheap that it was kind of like a no-brainer to buy them, and then if you didn't buy them you were like extremely dumb because you needed these books, and they were like £5 each, so how big they are. But this is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. So I'm reading a couple of Cassandra Clare books. Yes, it's the Shadowhunter novel. Right, I have watched the series. Probably should have read the books before watching the series, but is what it is. It's a big book. How many pages is it? Like 650? There's so many pages. 670. Okay, so I do actually have this on my Kindle, but I do obviously have the physical copy of them. I've got all of them, and I'm looking at them, and it's kind of scary. Like, it's bigger than everything in my entire existence, bigger than Iron Flame, and that was a big book in itself. Okay, so we're just going to ignore that slightly, and I'm just going to focus on you. I'm going to focus on myself because that's all I can see right there, but this is you we're talking about here. So this could be my next one, which I probably will end up reading on my Kindle because this, not going to read it. Yeah. This pile is just growing and growing and growing. Okay. I'm not. This here says Kindle read, and we're not doing that because this responsibility of this video is to get rid of my TBR, not read on my TBR. So there's two that's come out, so I'm going to leave that one for the next. But this one right here says book from a series already started. Ooh, okay, I do believe I have a couple of those. Hello. The second Shatter Me books, I need to read those. Hello. Is it called Shatter Me? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, nothing came up. So yes, Unravel Me. It's the second book in the Shatter Me series. I think there's like 7. Right, let's count. Including the 1.5, which I'm not going to read, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. God, that's so many. There's 11 books. I'm not going to read 11, I'm reading 6 because I don't want to read the 0.5s of it. I read the first book in a sitting, like in a day. I wasn't obsessed, but I wasn't bored. Like, it kept things entertaining to the point where I was like, ooh, what's going to happen next? And obviously I just continued reading it, and then I never put it down, and then it was finished, and then I was like, okay then. I read it months ago. Should we see how long it was when I read it? I'm kind of scared. May. I read the first one in May, so we kind of need to continue this series. So yeah, that's the next one. And then I already picked this prompt. This prompt says read a blue book, which I've just picked a blue book, but hello. Read a blue book, which is right behind me, so we're just gonna move the chair. Okay, so I have 2 blue books that I do not know what to read, and you can tell from looking and they are completely different. So this one is a second, and I think it's in a duology to Immortal Longings, I believe, by Chloe Gong, and it was an entertaining book. Again, it wasn't one that I was like, I'm obsessed with, oh my god, cannot put it down, but it was, I needed to kind of find out what was going on. So I got the second one. This isn't that old, I don't think, maybe like a month or two, so I've got that one. This one is I Guess I Live Here Now by Claire Anne. I love Japanese, Korean, everything, like everything about it, so I might read this one, but again, I'm not into romances, but it might be like a nice little icebreaker to all these fantasy books, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the 7 books I've got are fantasy, so this probably will be a better idea to go into. So I've talked myself into that one. So this is my next book. 2 more left to read, and this pile is so big. Right, so I want one that looks like it hasn't been opened like ever. This one. This is my 9th one. Free choose. Okay, this was perfect. So what am I fancying? What am I fancying? That is a good question. What am I wanting in life right now? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick Under the Oak Tree. This is, I've read this manga. This is based off a manga, and I do believe I've actually read it. What's it called? Under the Oak Tree. Let's have a look. Anime. Is it? What is it? On. Okay. My brain was not working then. Yes, I actually have read this. Pictures. I read the book. Okay then. Ooh, so excited. I bought this without even linking these up. So I think this is, from memory, this is about like an arranged marriage, I think, and the is he the king or the prince, I can't remember, but he doesn't want this woman and she's trying, and slowly and steadily they obviously fall in love with each other, and a lot of stuff happened in the background to the point where it's kind of like he doesn't want to fall in love, but then the more the time they spend together, the more they actually want to be together, and it's kind of like, it's not forceful, but it's like, I don't want to be in love with you, but I am, type of situation, and I love that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is a really stunning edition, like absolutely beautiful, and it says, the first moment I saw you, I knew you would ruin me. I love stuff like that. So yeah, okay, that is the next one I'm gonna read. And I have found, look how tight that is. Okay, so the last one. Book title, which starts with the. Okay. I do not have anything in mind for this. I wanted to choose something a little bit different to what we already have in this pile here. So I've chosen The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And this is, it's still a romantasy. It's just obviously romantasies will always have my heart, and they will take up most of the space in my bookshelves. But yes, so all these are like forbidden romances or romances that don't want to happen. This one's about a circus, so I think the romance section is like subplot. So on the back it just says, the circus arrives without warning, no announcements precede it. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. So this would kind of give the same vibes as Caraval, and it's not, I know it's not the same world, I know it's not the same writer, the same like characters, anything, but I kind of really enjoyed the circus aspect to it, because it's whimsical, it's magical, it is like, you're reading it thinking, what, oh my god, is that a picture? You're reading it like, what the hell is going on? And I kind of want something like that, so I'm going to add that to my list. Okay, so there they are, there are the books I am choosing. Yeah, so 10 books, and then we have the 3 that I would like to read on top of that. Uncomfortable is how I am currently feeling right now. Very uncomfortable. This right here is my TBR for the month, and I'm going to put that down before I drop it. Who do I think I am? I'm going to show you the vase, the flowers in the vase, and my little pig light. But yes, this is the books I'm choosing. I'm very scared but very excited because Christmas is the favourite time of the year, and I do have a lot of audiobooks I want to listen to as well, but I'm going to listen to those while I'm at work and driving around, so I don't know what of those I'm going to listen to. Actually, I'm going to put a little screenshot here of the ones I currently have that I would like to listen to. I'll like highlight them because I have a lot on my Audible account. So yes, in a second you're going to see my shelf up there, but I'm now going to say goodbye, and I hope you have a lovely like first week of December, because it's Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas.